the subject of formula. This is rearranging a formula to make a different variable the main focus, the subject of the formula. Is tinozidzidza because they usually come in our ZIMSEC exam papers and they are used in physics, chemistry and science, and we need to solve real-world problems. So video what subject formula is, my basic rules for rearranging a formula, step-by-step solving methods, my common mistakes, plus I've added my exam style practice questions. Let's start by understanding the basics. What is a formula? A formula is an equation that shows the relationship between my different quantities. For example, area is equal to length times width. Overlapping these two, what is the subject of formula? This is when a variable stands alone on one side, usually the left side of the equal sign. For example, area is equal to length times width. Our area is the subject. So why do we have to change the subject? Sometimes we know A and L, but we need to find the width. For example, area is equal to length times width. The original subject is area, and we can rearrange these two. Width is equal to area over length. Now W is the subject. Candidates, we always need to take note of the golden rule when dealing with these equations, that whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must also do to the other side. Now let's look at my basic operations to isolate a variable. We can remove addition by subtraction. We are given y plus 5 is equal to 12 and we have to make y the subject. We will subtract minus 5 on both sides of the equation, resulting in y is equal to 7, and we have attained y as the subject. For example 2, we'll be looking at removing by multiplication or a division, and we're given 3x is equal to 15 and we have to make x the subject. So we'll divide both sides by 3, resulting in x is equal to 5. So my candidates, let's do a step-by-step on worked examples. So for example 1 tapiwa v is equal to u plus at, and you have to make u the subject of formula. Chekutanga tino identify kuti what is that is required by our question, and we have to make u alone on one side. So we can attain this by first subtracting at on both sides of our equation, which will result in v minus at is equal to u. We write our subject on the left hand side of our equation, so we transform our final answer into u is equal to v minus at. Looking at another example, example 2, where we had multiplication, we're given p is equal to 2l plus w, and to make l the subject of the formula. So chekutanga, we divide both sides by 2, resulting in p over 2, and on the right hand side the 2 cancels out, resulting in l plus w. Then after that, we will need to subtract w from both sides of the equation, resulting in p over 2 minus w is equal to l. We have attained the subject of l, and now we move it to the left hand side of the equation, and our final answer becomes l is equal to p over 2 minus w. Let's move into practicing, and it will be wise to pause a video and you try us first, then after that we will solve together. So we're given y is equal to mx plus c, and you have to make m the subject. So chekutanga chachinoita is we subtract c from both sides of equation, resulting in y minus c is equal to mx. Then after that, we can divide both sides by x, which results in y minus c over x is equal to m. We have attained the subject, and we now move it to the left hand side, resulting in m is equal to y minus c over x as our final answer. We're to make r the subject, so chekutanga we divide both sides by pi, which results in a over pi is equals to r squared. In a square, so we have to square root both sides of our equation, which will result in r is equals to square root of a over pi. This is our final answer. So here are some common mistakes you need to avoid. The first one is doing operations on only one side. We need to follow our golden rule. One operation done on the left hand side is also to be done on the right hand side. The second mistake is sign errors when moving my terms. Y minus 5 is equals to 10 cannot result in y is equals to 10 minus 5 because we add plus 5 to both sides of the equation. In our ZIMSEC exams, you need to make sure that you work step by step, you show all your working per paper, and what you do on the left hand side is done on the right hand side, and watch out for my signs positive and negative carefully, and you write your final answer clearly. Here are some key formulas that you can actually practice on changing the subject for each. So as of today, we have learned what subject or formula means, the golden rule, how to isolate my variables step by step, name a common mistakes to avoid. So this video is accompanied by another video with exam style questions from ZIMSEC past papers in a timed environment. After 40 seconds of you trying to work out, my answers will review, so please check that video out. See you on the next one.